I'd like to talk today a little bit about how we turn data into decisions. As a researcher, and particularly as a breeder, collecting information and doing something valuable with that information is critical to any successful programme. The breeding programme here was officially launched in 2017, but we started doing crosses in 2014. We are currently evaluating 1,200 advanced selections and 1,800 younger plants which are fruiting this year for the first time. In order to accurately assess plant performance and fully capture the best performers, we need to collect and, more importantly, analyse data. Now, data comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and it can be collected in a number of different ways. Field walks, fruit sampling, lab analysis, DNA analysis, literature reviews, talking to other growers. The list is endless, but the amount of data that we can collect is also endless. But we need to make sure that we're managing that and making decisions based on what we're finding each season.
Here at the James Hutton Institute, we have a long history of breeding blackcurrants. The program was initiated nearly 65 years ago and developed to become one of the largest for rabies in the world, with Ben series, named after Scottish mountains, to be grown in the UK and worldwide. My name is Dorota Jarrett. I'm third generation blackcurrant breeder, and today I would like to take you on a little tour around the history and our breeding program. In the UK, most of blackcurrants are used for processing, and 95% of national yield is based on Scottish varieties and used in the production of juice called Ribena. Ribena was first developed during the Second World War and given to children and expectant mothers as a vitamin C supplement. Since then, blackcurrants were gaining popularity. At first, they were picked by hands. However, whole infrastructure was mechanized. Together with improvement in infrastructure, there was a need to improve varieties, to improve crop productivity, extend the season, and make them more sustainable. Ribena makers were funding blackcurrant breeding programs since 1992.
Hi, I'm Louise Gamble. I'm the KTP Associate working on the Honeyberry project. This project is in collaboration with the James Hutton Institute and the Scottish Honeyberry Growers Cooperative. The Scottish Honeyberry Growers are a group of 9 different growers all across Scotland. They've recently introduced honeyberry into their farms because they see the environmental and economical benefits of growing this new crop for Scotland. We have a dedicated plot for honeyberry varieties. These varieties are commercial ones that are available mainly from Poland and Canada. It allows us to keep our eye on all these different commercial varieties and see how well they grow in Scotland. This is important, very important for the cooperative and the growers, and obviously for establishing honeyberry varieties in the future. We're also looking at the pruning techniques. So you can see here there's a big difference between this plant here and the smaller ones back here and how well they're developing. And this plant wasn't cut back last year, the one at the back was, and the one at the back will be better suited to the harvester that I mentioned previously in the orchard, and is developing a lot more vigorously than these ones at the front here.
The Raspberry Breeding Programme is funded by the Raspberry Breeding Consortium. We're currently in year 2 of the current tranche of the consortium, and it's a 5-year project. The objectives focus on developing new high quality raspberry cultivars for the fresh market, suitable for low input systems, so cheap to grow, and that are also acceptable for the whole supply chain. We concentrate our efforts on both FLORICANE and PRIMOCANE types, and we're increasingly looking at long cane types. We aim to produce new cultivars that are robust and have some tolerance or resistance to disease, especially to Phytophthora root rot, and we aim to do this in a shortened time scale with the use of marker-assisted selection developed as part of the underpinning science programme here at the Institute. is our blackberry breeding programme. Like the raspberries, it's been going on since the 1950s, and we've created some spectacular blackberries, bred some beautiful varieties like Loch Ness, which is still a competitive variety today. We also have the early sweet flavoured Loch and Loch MAREE, and we've continued it until recently with institute funding. And then, because of the demand created by new genetics from private breeding programmes such as Driscoll's Victoria, the lovely fruit quality and big fruit size has generated demand for more sweet blackberries with low bitterness. And so in 2018 we started the Blackberry Breeding Consortium, which is a privately funded programme consisting of support from 5 propagators from around Europe. In here